Hello, Giants fans. Welcome to Giants Baseball 101. I'm Gabe Vaughn, your host. The Giants are coming off of a week of mixed results, and they first were swept in a 3-game series by the Dodgers, and what else, really, could we have expected? Shohei Ohtani hit a homer against them in the final game, but just from a pitching perspective, neither Logan Webb nor Keaton Winn nor Kyle Harrison could get the job done against the Dodgers. And immediately following that series, they played a 3-game set against the Padres and took 2 out of 3. And game 1 on Friday, it was a walk-off double by Thairo Estrada that brought in the winning run, and Jordan Hicks threw 7 strong innings. Logan Webb threw 7 strong innings on Sunday, so everything really came around and started to change, but Saturday was definitely a disaster, and it's the reason they didn't sweep that series from the Padres, as Jung-Hoo Lee missed a catchable ball. It went into the outfield for a single, but I guess it was just the way the sun shines in Oracle Park that he just wasn't able to see it. And I know that to some that sounds like a valid excuse, but I mean, the reality is that whatever the case may be, it's the kind of thing that can't happen. And I mean, it's Jung-Hoo Lee, so given just how great of an outfielder he really is, I doubt we will be seeing a whole lot more mistakes like that one from him. But at the same time, it's very characteristic of the team in general, and has been over the past few years, that they are just so prone to making mental mistakes, losing balls in the sun or even the dark, and forgetting the number of outs, making base running errors, sloppy defense. That's what's really been characteristic of the Giants just for a long time now. And it seems to be, no different in 2024 under Bob Melvin. It's something that it was just one of his tasks that he had. He just needed to change some of that, but so far we're still seeing just a lot of that still happening, and honestly, that is what's got to change. And finally, it was today. They were just blown out by the Nationals 8-1. Blake Snell was disappointing in his first start of the year for the Giants. He only went 3 innings, and he gave up 3 earned runs. But I think it's important to remember that this was just his first start, and we will need to see what happens as he's stretched out to farther limits. I mean, we saw 1 start from him, 3 innings, and I should mention that this is in part, and I think this is just kind of obvious here, it's in part a consequence of the fact that the Giants weren't able to close down a deal with Snell sooner. I mean, he had a delayed spring training, was just delayed in making his debut for the Giants, and he had to pitch in the minors to start the season, and so, I mean, he wasn't ready to go by opening day when the Giants needed him to be. And I mean, obviously, had the Giants signed him sooner, things could have been different, but I know how hard that was, just given that he was looking for a much longer deal And the Giants, I mean, they just let the market develop, and I think it just got clear that large, huge deal just wasn't going to come for Snell, and so he accepted their offer. So it was kind of a trade-off and a give and take there. And so it really, I think, just given the way that the market was going and how teams were expected to pursue him, it's hard to say if the Giants did anything wrong by waiting. I mean, Snell was one of those free agents who wanted to hold out. So I do think the Giants did the right thing there, but the point is that there are two sides to it, and it's a trade-off, and hopefully he'll be in top shape before long. So, I mean, these are the results we see, and they still have not shown any ability to compete with the Dodgers. Like that's just not there as of right now. But they took a series from the Padres, and so at least they're hanging in there and staying alive. And their rotation, I mean, it's not bad, to be honest. And Kyle Harrison starts tomorrow, I believe, against the Nationals. And I think I said before that he pitched against the Dodgers, but actually I think it was Keaton Winn against them. He was also the pitcher who gave up the grand slam against the Padres on Saturday. But I think that it's just a situation here where we can focus on the positives, and we can focus on what's going right. And they actually have a rotation that's able to compete, and we see them do it. And they need to cut out the stupid mistakes, and if that can just go in the right direction, then we really could see a productive season from them. And again, we've only seen game one against the Nationals here, and there's still time for them to come back and take this series. And it does seem that they're a resilient bunch this year, and hopefully we're going to see that down the stretch where they can actually rebound even after very difficult and disappointing losses. That's the thing that they just haven't had in years past. That's going to have to change in 2024. Thank you for watching. This has been Giants Baseball 101. Please subscribe if you haven't. Also, please leave your questions and comments. You know where to do it. I'll see you next time on Giants Baseball 101.